Novak, we saw you angry in some parts of the match, and I don't know whether that anger was due to crowd supporting Bautista Agut in those moments, or you were angry at Bautista Agut or at yourself, or how things.
Why would I be angry at Bautista Agut? He's playing great tennis. He's focused. He deserves to win the second set. Even though I was upset with myself. He was frustrated with the fact that from 4-2 and 15-40 I wasn't able to capitalize on those opportunities, and to lose 5 games in a row. I cannot allow myself to do that. So it happens. I'm a player that shows emotions, and obviously at that moment it wasn't easy, but I managed to kind of regroup and use the experience of facing these particular situations before in my life, and knowing what to do next. So important thing is that I managed to find a way to win.
How do you find that sometimes letting out a little bit of that, whatever's going on in there, helps you after that?
Well, I mean, it can sometimes go in your favor, sometimes against you. It just depends. Everybody's different. I'm not saying that this is a proper way to express your emotions. Sometimes you're not proud of what you do, but again, important thing is to be aware of what you did and to kind of bounce back and gather the concentration. Atmosphere was electric, as it always is in night session in Artois. Crowd got into it end of the second set when he broke me, and then we had a match. You know, we definitely had a match. As I said, should have done better in 4-2 second set, but credit to him for fighting, for making me work, and it was a very physical match. So I played over 3 hours, and just glad that I managed to stay tough.
Novak, earlier today, of course, the Williams sisters both reached the quarterfinals to face each other. When you think about their rivalry and these two sisters stepping on the court to face one another, what goes through your mind?
The first thing that comes to my mind is how would I feel to play my brother, and I don't think that would be possible, honestly. So I, in a way, admire what they're doing, you know, for so many years, and to play against each other on such a big stage, and it's strange, you know. They're sisters. They live together. They grew up together playing tennis, and of course they love each other. But then they have to be professional and then go out on the court and play each other. So many times in the finals of Grand Slams and the biggest matches, they both were number ones of the world. It's chapeau, you know, for that. But you know, I don't know if I'll be able to play my brother. I don't think that would be possible. I just would not be able to handle that emotion on the court.
What do you think it says about them that they've been able to do this and sustain their excellence for so long and battle each other for so long?
Yeah, as I said, I mean, it's for admiration, but for me as somebody that has siblings, it's hard to watch, honestly, as well. It's just going at each other, and then after that, you know, going back to the same home and just like nothing happened. So that's a really tough one.
Did he raise his level in this end of the second set? Is your level dropped?
Well, I think both. I started allowing him to control the rallies. I didn't do what I did for set and a half, which was you know, after a few balls stepping in and taking control. And if you give him an opportunity, if you drop your level, he's a kind of a player very similar to David Ferrer that is going to get on top of you, which he did.
Novak, you mentioned there were no easy points on offer. Is it good sometimes to have a tough test like this before, you know, the crunch end of the second week?
It's always good to have a test like this in a Grand Slam. You know, better earlier than later. But again, it's hard to predict how the matches are going to look like. As you progress in the tournament, the matches are getting tougher, which is logical to expect. I'm going to play Feliciano Lopez now, who is also a Spanish tennis player, but doesn't possess the typical Spanish style back of the court. He comes in, slices, is physically very strong, a big serve, so hopefully I can be ready for that one.
Novak, Serena was talking after her match about how this year all the crowd is pulling for her to get this Grand Slam, and she thought it was nice because she's used to her whole career having everyone want the underdog to win all the time, and she's almost never the underdog. So you are also almost never the underdog. Does that ever get tough, having the crowd always wanting the whole competitive match?
Well, it really depends, It really depends. I understand also. I mean, the crowd that likes to support the underdog, they want to see a good match, and but it's on you to focus on the support that you have, and but in the end of the day, you're alone on the court, and you got to do your job, regardless of who is cheering you on or not. I didn't hear, sorry. Okay. Well, I'm proud of the fact that I've been able to achieve so much in my career so far, and to be able to play my best on the Grand Slams, which I was always aiming for. I'm always trying to set up my form, shape for these events. This is where I want to peak. This is the tournaments that matter the most. So I've been able to play consistently well throughout the years, and being fortunate to win 9 of Grand Slams, and I keep on going, as long as there's this flair in me.
Novak, you've been number one for quite some time now. You know what it takes to be there and what it takes to stay there. How impressive is it to you when you see Serena Williams last so long?
It is impressive, and I was saying a few days ago that her attitude towards the sport, even at this age, is phenomenal. She's very committed to everyday obligations, routines that not many players much younger than her possess. So that's something that I respect a lot, because I know the sacrifice and focus that is necessary to be able to stay there and make history as she's doing, as she's trying to do. And I mean, over 20 Grand Slams already, and she keeps on going, so it's something that I appreciate very much, and I wish her the best.
What do you think